Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, before we get into today's video, I want to first introduce my buddy Tuko here. Say hello.
Hey guys, I'm Tuko. You guys might recognize me, but I'm gonna be posting on this channel sometimes and mostly mod videos. But I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, so Tuko's, you've probably seen a few of his mods that he's helped me out with before in the past, and they're really cool stuff. And he's going to be sharing a lot more of his creations on my channel pretty soon. So, well, actually, with this video right now. So, yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy his videos, and be sure to give him feedback because he's, I guess you could say, he's in training. A little YouTube noob here. Um, but yeah, so before we get into the video, I do want to first give a big shout out to my sponsor, Instant Gaming. If you are in the market for some cheap games or great deals on other games, then look no further than Instant Gaming. Here you'll be able to find great deals on many of your favorite games across numerous platforms, PC, Xbox, whatever. So if that's something you're in the market for and want to help support my channel in the process, then feel free to check it out via the link in the description below.
So yeah, guys, this is the mod I've been working on, and basically he plays a human combat form, as you guys can see right there in the cutscene. Now I'm a bit sick, so bear with me, guys. Just gonna have a little sniffs here and there. But I've been working on this mod for a little while now, and what inspired me to do this mod was actually a mod called Forgotten Exile on Halo Custom Edition. I don't know if you guys know that mod, but it's a really cool mod that you play as the Flood on Halo CE. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, this is the mod. As you guys can see, all the Flood are your allies, so they're all chill. You can switch weapons with them. They're completely chill throughout the mission. There's texture changes everywhere, and there's also Flood Fog. Now, I don't really like the way the textures look on the floor because they're not aligned properly, but I was trying to just give it that Flood feel. And there's also Flood Fog everywhere, which makes it so you cannot see High Charity whatsoever. Now I have edited the animations so that when you melee, it's kind of like the Flood where they actually use their left hand to melee, as you guys can see right there. Yeah, they use their left hand to melee, so that's what I changed with the animations. And I also made it so, your left hand is reserved for like meleeing, and your right hand is specifically used for wielding the weapon. Now, as you guys may have seen so far, this is actually just a modified Master Chief first-person model. Basically, I just edited Master Chief's hands to make them look very mangled and floody, and like tentacles everywhere. And I also moved it a bit to the left there, so it looks a lot like the Flood. And I think it worked out pretty well. But yeah, so this section of the mission does actually have the same skybox with Flood everywhere, fog everywhere. I say it worked out pretty well. And the point of this mission was to make it look like it was being overrun completely by the Flood. Now, as you guys can see, I have all my allies over there fighting the brute and, killing all the buggers and stuff. Now, when you jump, you actually have a significantly increased jump height where you can jump pretty high. And when you land, you actually absorb the impact. And it has like a couple second impact. And, you kind of just gotta absorb it, which is cool, It's exactly how the AI functions, so I did a lot of things actually to make it work properly with the player, such as animation-wise and a bunch of other things. But yeah, it works pretty well. And a lot of sections throughout the mission are actually like reserved specifically for fighting the Flood. But, they're all your allies, so I don't know. You could say that it's very easy, but as you guys can see, this ally here, he's meleeing. I had to do that because I needed to tweak the animations a bit to make it work properly for the player. But it's only that one comment form there that's just glitched, so. But yeah, there's a lot of sections throughout the mission that are reserved specifically for Flood. But, you could say it makes it easier, but personally, I wouldn't say that because, you don't actually have a shield like Master Chief. And at the same time, you can actually lose your arms very easily. And once you lose your arms, you're not able to shoot guns whatsoever. And I'll show you guys that at the end of the mission. So yeah, the biped itself cannot actually use a flashlight. So that's actually because the biped itself doesn't actually have the attachment for it. Which is cool, but at the same time, you still hear the sound when you press the button. So yeah. So in a second here, I'm going to show you guys the third person of the Flood Human Comet form, and I'll show you guys the impact animation as well. So this is me in third person, and basically, it's just like any other human comet form. And there's the absorb when you jump and then land. There's a couple cooldown there. You guys will see it in a second. There you go. There's an absorb that you do every time you land after jumping or falling off something. But yeah, all these guys, they're all my allies, and including the infection forms that just died. But yeah, so playing as the human comet form, you can actually use every weapon, just like Master Chief, because you're actually like, I edit it a lot just to make it so it's very playable. So I did edit the first person as well, just to edit the you know, the offset of the left hand, as you guys will see, and it's a bit broken when you reload, but you know, whatever. And also the animations for crouching are a bit broken as well, but you know, it still works properly. And this section is actually one of those sections I was talking about being reserved specifically for Flood. Now, it's not that big of a deal, but you know, you can still easily die as the Flood, and that ally could have easily killed me if that hit me. But, oh, there you go. See, I easily died there by just lunging at the wall. But, yeah, so, you know, there's a few enemies on this section, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But on the last section, or on the last couple sections, it does get extremely difficult, as you guys will see. I had to cut the video a few times just to make sure, you know, it was fast, but you know, it was quite difficult, and I am playing on normal difficulty, so yeah. And as you guys can see, the reload animation is very broken there, and especially for the carbine. But yeah, this section coming up does actually have flood fog as well, that I added in, as well as the end section that you guys will see in a bit here. Now this section that's coming up is actually one of those very hard sections, because you know, you can easily die by like the grunts and stuff, because grunts actually shoot so fast that they can just burn off your arms so easily. It's kind of difficult, but you know, I'm kind of just taking cover here just so that I don't easily die. But yeah, so it works pretty well. Like I said, the flood in general works very smoothly. I wouldn't say, you know, it's exactly the same as the OG mission, because you are playing as the Flood, whereas Forgotten Exile is like a completely different mission with a completely different start point. This itself is just kind of like you're playing as the Flood on a modified mission. You know, which is cool. You know, it still looks like you're overrunning High Charity, but still, you know, it works well. Now, an issue with the skybox is that translucent textures, they actually like kind of glitch. They kind of like become see-through with the fog everywhere. It kind of breaks the texture. You guys will see in a second. I'll show you guys here. But yeah, so also it's a bit broken with the brute shot, but you know, I guess it's realistic if you're talking about Flood, because they use one hand to shoot. So yeah, as you guys see here in the middle, it's a bit transparent there because of all the fog, which is kind of just a side effect. And also here in the gravity lift, there's also a similar glitch, outlining all the structures and the, you know, the models and the BSP. That blue outline that you guys see, I don't know if you guys can see that. And there's the blue outline, if you guys see it right there. Yeah, it's very weird. It just shows like the outline of the structures, and I don't know, it's just a side effect of all the fog everywhere. But yeah, so this is the last section, and it gets quite hard. There's fog everywhere. You can't even see the key ship, which is weird. Now, in a second here, I'll show you guys what it looks like when I lose my arms. So this guy takes off my arms. I'm not able to shoot anymore or use any weapons. And as soon as I pick up a weapon, it instantly drops the weapon. So the game just wants me to drop it, just drops it, picks it up, drops it. And that's what it looks like when I die. I just blow up and die. But yeah, so let's carefully go on the left here and just finish the mission. It's very weird when you finish the mission, but I don't know. I also increased the melee pushbacks a bit like the Flood, but not that much to make a noticeable difference, but it works pretty well. Just, you know, kick back stuff. Now, I also edited Cortana quite a little bit just to make like the Flood textures like Logic Plague, but it didn't really work so well. But yeah, so that's the ending cutscene. You can't really see the key ship at all, which is kind of funny. And Master Chief isn't there because it uses like custom scripting and animations to have him there. So unfortunately he isn't there, but you know, he's still there with Cortana on the, you know, on the edge there. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. You guys can see like the flood fog everywhere, and yeah, Cortana's lips are a bit broken. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. As you guys can see, the 2D images of planets and High Charity right there with flood fog in the background. It's very odd, but that's because I changed the skybox. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video today, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and stay tuned. Bye, guys.